Hi everyone, here's another example of a trig question involving a little bit of a diagram that we need to construct. So we have a top of a lighthouse has an angle of elevation 35 degrees from an observer. So here's the lighthouse. Let's draw the lighthouse. Let's draw the ground. And our observer's over here. 35 degrees. We do not know how far, some distance from a point on the base. Yep, we don't know how far that is. The top of the lighthouse is 38 metres above the point on the base. I think that's what they're talking about. This point appears to be at an angle of elevation of 8 degrees from the observer, so that point on the base is not at ground level. So if I draw another line across here, this one is 8 degrees. Okay, that's definitely, well, I think we can assume that the lighthouse is perpendicular to the ground, so that's a right angle. This one would not be a right angle. If I call this point A, this is point B, this is point C. I have a scalene triangle that I'm dealing with. What are we supposed to do? How far is the observer from the base of the lighthouse? We're supposed to find, let's call this D, we're supposed to find distance from A to D, which is part of a right angle triangle with an 8 degree in the corner. So I think that's simple enough if we knew the hypotenuse. Now, we can probably do that, I think we can do that. Yes. Let's look. That angle is complementary to the 8 degrees. That should be an 82 degree angle because it's in a right angle triangle. This angle here, which is on a straight line, should be 98 degrees because the sum of those two come to 180. Nice. The angle just here will be 35. Take 8 or 27 degrees. Now that I have a 27 and I have a 98, I could find the third angle in this triangle. That's a bit of a challenge for me. That's 7 and that would make 105, so it's 125, and that gives me, is it 55? I think 55 plus 125 is 180, yes. So I have my three angles in this triangle that I'm now highlighting in yellow. Having those three angles plus the 38 edge means I could find the distance, let's call this one. Wow, that's a bit silly, I shouldn't have called it X. Because that's triangle ABC, I should call that edge B, shouldn't I? I could use the sine rule to calculate edge B because I have one edge and I have the other angles. Once I know edge B, I could then switch my attention to the green triangle, which is a right angle triangle. Knowing the angles and the hypotenuse, I should easily be able to calculate the distance across the base here. Let's call that distance X down the bottom there. That would be my plan of attack. So a fair bit of my working was done on the diagram, and hopefully that helps. Thanks for watching. I won't actually finish this one. I'll leave you to finish that one for yourselves.